and welcome to MCC News. Yes, a lot of things have gone down within the community, as well as a few things that are coming, and also things that need to be looked at, especially bugs. Bug fixes seem to be a big thing at the moment. So let's have a look at the topics of today and kind of give my take on it, as well as kind of general discussion. Obviously, our first story and main story is that announcing Act 5, Chapter 4, Cornerstone. Yes, this is something that we've been expecting for a long time, and that is the completing chapter to this kind of interesting yet fun take on the Grandmaster v the Collector, this kind of Marvel Contest of Champions, not the game, but the comic book coming into the game. That's, well, I think it's the inspirational thing that then comes, anyway, whatever. A lot of things, and I have done a video on the kind of aspects of this great story, this kind of great battle between the Collector and the Grandmaster, and now it's coming to an end in Cornerstone. We're still not given the boss, who the boss is going to be. In the comic books, it was Death, so who knows who it could be with regards to an end boss for this. And it is all very exciting. I have done a full video on this, and obviously the link to that is in the description below. But what are your thoughts on this? It's quite exciting. The rewards are pretty mighty, which is great. A lot of people are incredibly excited about the rewards. We're talking generic 5-star awakening gems. We're talking loads of 5-star shards, 6-star shards, a whole host of things that are going to be really exciting for the player, and especially going forward, coming into the new year. 2018 seems going to be lit, yo! And our second story, while I calm my ass down, is that we've got this week, round 1 on November the 30th. We're going to see Loki and we're going to see Yondu. Loki's going to be the featured, and then Yondu is going to be the basic, which is a great opportunity and has kind of changed a lot of things with regards to what I'm going to do. Like, I thought that I was going to use my 4-star tech awakening gem on Yondu, but if he's going to be in the arena, it's then a little bit wasteful if I kind of use it now, where I could just grind him out and get him. A lot of people are still predicting their kind of scores of what they think it could be, so stay tuned to the channel and we'll kind of discuss something with it. A lot of people are kind of referencing about 3 mil, 4 mil for the champion. And with regards to Loki, not sure if people are completely into him, especially if the champion's summoner polls anything to go by. Not really that popular, but if people are looking to utilize that hella synergy, then I think people will go for him. A lot of people kind of go around about 8 to 10 mil when it was the last time Abomination was put in. So with regards to a averagey champion, I would probably say that may be the case with him. And our next story is all about heightened senses. This is the Blade synergy group with Stark Spidey. You know, this is something that with regards to synergies around Blade, there has been a few things with regards to, like, has it actually been working quite on point? And the answer has been a little bit like no, unfortunately. So a lot of people are kind of looking at what's the answer. You know, the potency side of things, the heightened senses was not working for Blade, 45% potency for the danger sense. Is there any update on when this will be fixed? And obviously we've got an answer, and it's from Caban Wolf, who simply says that, hey everyone, this issue has a fix in 16.1, but I will update you all if anything changes. Thanks for hanging in there. So it is coming. Hopefully it is definitely coming, because there's still some stuff that needs to be addressed, which hasn't been addressed for a long time. This obviously sidewinds to another issue. If you're not familiar with a lot of stuff that we've been covering over the time of MCC News being a regular thing, we talked about an issue with regards to Daredevil's whiffing, as well as some stuff with regards to his like medium dash attack, I think you're putting here, as well as other things around that champion, which can and have been incredibly frustrating for players who really enjoy that champion. A champion that people, you know, go, right, okay, alliance questing, we're talking like putting him in certain things, even like more like offensive. I mean, I've used him against the Collector with regards to projectile evading. Had a bit of fun with him against Hela with regards to projectile evading. A good champion, but unfortunately not something that features too much in people's rosters based on this problem. And that is the fact that he whiffs a lot of his attacks. And obviously we did talk about Captain Marvel's whiffing. That has now been fixed. I practiced that a bit today with regards to a fight, and I found that that was actually working well. It was chaining into it correctly, and also it was landing, which is something that is, oh, thank God, because then I can now utilize the specials if I want to use the specials. So the next thing is that, well, what do Kabam plan to do about this? And I think they're still a little bit kind of mystified about it. Kabam Wolf says he has tested this, but it is still something that a lot of players are still seeing with regards to the game. And obviously we are asking, like, is this going to be on different operating systems? Like, what's the deal with that? But a lot of players are still saying that is currently an issue for them. And obviously, hopefully, again, we could say that it will get fixed. But I think we've been several months, if not a good chunk of this year, with a consistency with regards to that champion. And our final story is all about the Champions of Valhalla dates. And obviously, as you know, all good things must come to an end. And unfortunately, it must. So, the dates are critical here. So, the Gods of Arena will end on the 6th of December at 10 AM. When it comes to the 4-star featured hero arenas, last one ends on November the 30th at 10 AM. That's kind of annoying. I'm a bit disappointed with that, as we got like Loki in, and just like would be nice to kind of like to kind of coincidental. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Vanquishing Blow solo events, they'll come to an end on the 5th of December. Bit disappointing that there's one thing that I found that the heavy attack one didn't feature in quite so much. It was a little bit disappointing because I quite enjoyed that. I felt that was one of the most easiest ones to do, but you know, that's just how it goes. The bounty missions end on the 6th at 10 AM, which you know, it's kind of odd that that's going to be continuing a bit further, but in light of the problems that players experienced with regards to triggering them, I do see, you know, a great need for that to be continued on. When it comes to the Valor store, and this is like, it's sad that it ends on the 6th as well. I've got a load of Valor. I think I've got like 4.5 million Valor, which I'm going to spend wisely. And that's the thing about spending it on wisely. I think when I was looking at if I purchase a load of tier 1 alphas, oh man, it's going to be so expensive. And we'll lose a good chunk of my Valor. But there are some great stuff in that Valor store that I can just kind of help boost my roster. Maybe not by a lot, but certainly by a good amount. When it comes to anything else with regards to the prizes for the leaderboard, obviously that will be 2 weeks of the event ending. So obviously that's going to be pretty cool. And all Valor is going to be converted into gold. So for whatever reason, if I kind of go my 4.5 million Valor, I want to get turned into gold, I just have to leave it, which in some ways is something that could be a good thing for people. Maybe they kind of go like, hey, well, I want to purchase one item in the Valor store, and it's now going to be double or triple of that purchase. It's not really worth it. In order to kind of do it that way, I could just leave that Valor there, kind of gaining some interest, so to speak, and obviously you can exchange that for gold. So that's a kind of that's a cool concept. I like it. I think that's something that'd be quite nice. And although November hasn't been a great month with regards to consistency in the game, with regards to the way it kind of functions, the kind of extended periods of maintenance that we've seen, there has been some positives from this, which is kind of good. There has been, like I said, a lot of negative with regards to the way the game is running, and a lot of changes and improvements, as well as kind of not as we intended type stuff with regards to new champions being put in and the way they're kind of functioning and the kind of exploits with that. So it is good in some ways we've had an event like this, a kind of chance to kind of gain and gather lots of different and interesting resources. So there is some props in there, but obviously it's just going on ongoing process, and I really hope that 2018 is a consistent time for the game. So that has been your lot on MCC News. A lot of stuff is happening in the game, especially with Act 5.4 coming in. Cornerstone is going to be the end of Act 5, which is kind of cool because obviously all good things must come to an end, and obviously you can get some great rewards from that. One thing to really say is that I hope that we have more events like this. The kind of Champions of Valhalla was a great event, obviously, as we've discussed. So it would be great to kind of see something new coming in for December. This is obviously going to be the birthday month. Obviously, we're going to have the 3rd birthday, I think, on the 14th of December, which is kind of odd because it's like it falls on the day before, I think, Kabam's birthday. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully, we're going to see some great deals at the end. There's lots of videos I want to make whilst I'm off for the Christmas period, as well as make RichTheMan Studio 2.0, which is going to feature standing up news. I'm going to get a standing up desk, got better lighting because I don't look this white. I am white. I look too white. I look practically anemic. So better stuff is coming. Thanks very much for your support. MCC News, I've been RichTheMan, as you know. Follow me on social media, links are pinging up there. And as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye-bye for now.